Hey, let me talk to you like someone who's used this machine day in and day out, because once you feel what the TUF Gaming F16 actually delivers, everything weaker feels like something you used to grin and bear instead of enjoy. This isn't for someone who shrugs at drops in frame rate or fiddles endlessly with settings to get it right. This is for the person who knows when performance actually matches what you're trying to do, whether you're pushing high refresh gameplay, juggling schoolwork, or switching between apps without waiting. Before anything else, take a moment to check the current price and stock. Gaming laptops like this don't linger when people start realizing the value they pack. You know that moment, you're deep into a match and motion stutters just when timing matters. Or you're watching something smooth and the screen feels like it's trailing behind your intention. That's the exact moment it hits you. You've outgrown compromise. You're done with almost smooth. You deserve connected motion that keeps up with your reflexes. Then you fire this up and relief shows up immediately. The Core i5 and RTX 5050 aren't just specs, they're responsiveness you feel. Games don't just start, they stay smooth. Visuals don't slip when the action heats up. Menu navigation feels brisk. You don't wait, you do. Once you feel that level of responsive play, everything weaker starts to feel like something you accepted only because you hadn't felt what better really is yet. Picture this, you're in the middle of a tight skirmish, and every turn, jump, aim feels true because motion is actually smooth. Later, you're editing a bit of video for school and switching between tabs feels crisp instead of laggy. It's not just about specs, it's about flow, and that's something you experience every time you use it. Once you've felt that kind of smooth motion, anything less starts to feel like an unnecessary friction you shouldn't have tolerated. Every time you think about settling for something weaker, your mind drifts back to how connected this feels. That's loss aversion. You don't want to go back now that you've actually felt what responsive performance feels like. While that thought is fresh, check stock again. Gaming laptops with this combination of power and refresh capability don't always stay easy to get. If you're hesitating because you've heard terms like RTX and high refresh and think it might be too much, let's reframe that. This isn't about flashiness, it's about playability and confidence. You deserve consistency without compromise. Here's something folks don't always talk about up front. Once you've experienced motion that's smooth and responsive, even everyday browsing feels sharper. Apps open quicker. You don't wait for tabs to load. You feel productivity instead of tolerance. You feel consistent gameplay without stutter. You enjoy responsive motion that helps, not hinders. You get confidence that your machine keeps up. You own a system that matches your pace. You experience smoother, everyday use beyond gaming. Downsides? It's not the lightest option you'll find, and it isn't the cheapest entry-level model out there. Those are just the trade-offs for real capability. At some point, the endless comparison loop just stops. You already feel which experience satisfies you most. You choose what feels right, not what's uncertain. So don't let this become one of those upgrades you put off and later think, I should have done that sooner. Decide with confidence, check current availability now, and bring home the performance your instincts have been telling you you're ready for.